All right, well, good evening, folks. We are back here again up in the Mez. Yes, we will continue to keep calling it the Mez from our last affair here in Grantsburg. So tonight, another exciting night, about kind of the same weather type atmosphere outside, kind of cold, rainy. That's what it was here the other night when Grantsburg hosted against Shell Lake. Whereas tonight, they will be hosting against the Luck Cardinals. So just want to apologize to everybody last go around. I thought Shell Lake, with the whole Unity moving on, Shell Lake was in our conference. They are not. We are playing them twice. They just filled in for the Unity game here. But tonight, Luck is still in the conference. So we will see how this goes. Now, granted, a lot of volleyball has been played with Grantsburg. We talked about that before, but also Luck as well. And Luck has definitely been in a few dogfights. Luck was in Menominee Sprawl when Grantsburg was there. So we watched them as well as Luck almost takes out one of their own with a spike. That's worth $1. Absolutely. So like I said, Luck has kind of got a mixed bag here. It looks like on the roster of seniors, juniors, it looks like they got one freshman on there. So kind of a mix as far as the range of grade level of players, but definitely one of the players to watch is number 8, Grace Olson. She's a sophomore. She's a good southpaw left-handed hitter. Real good athlete, real good volleyball player. I know this from club a couple years ago. Like I said, there's definitely a few more players on the team as well. Obviously, we got Sophie Etter. I remember her from basketball. The libero, number 7. You know, Molly Cook, just to name a few. Luck did lose a valuable player. She moved away. It was Grantsburg's own Josephson, Kelly Josephson. They had moved, so that girl is not. I can't remember. I don't know. Anderson. Yeah, Kelly Anderson. So they had moved to northern Minnesota, I believe. They were the ones that had the beautiful restaurant there in Luck, Red Maple, I believe, or whatever. But yeah, so Red Maple Eatery. So yeah, like I said, it'll be a fun night tonight here. A few things to take away from Shell Lake. We'll see if Grantsburg can fix. Like I mentioned before, I thought the back row was pretty solid. Obviously, giving away points on the serves, nobody wants to do that. But Grantsburg was definitely in the rafters quite a bit. So, like I mentioned in the Shell Lake game, there was plenty for Grantsburg to work on. That doesn't mean that their game was terrible, but obviously as conference goes and games go, some teams will get tougher and tougher. So if we can try to correct those things early, I think it'll benefit Grantsburg and not only Luck or any team for that matter going forward. Thursday night, Grantsburg will be traveling on the road. We will go up to a hard-fought battle, and it will be on both ends, in Webster and in Grantsburg here when they play, but Grantsburg versus Webster. So that'll be a fun, exciting one to watch Thursday night. That should be, I believe, on YouTube there. I think Webster kind of takes care of that. So definitely one worth watching if you're not going to travel up there to watch that, because that could be something between those two teams to see who will maybe do conference. Like I said, it's early in the season, but Webster has proven themselves the last couple of years in volleyball, maybe even a little longer. Not trying to criticize anything beyond that, but it's always been a tough matchup up there. And they definitely still have some very strong hitters here. So yeah, we will see if Coach Johnson, Deb Johnson of the Grantsburg Pirates, if depending on how this evening goes, if she'll change up a few rotations. Maybe we'll see some other girls play longer than we did the other night. You just never know. Like I said, Luck has had its share of some tough losses, the way it looked here. So they've been in the mix, and I know Grantsburg has played well. I mentioned before, I feel like this team is stronger than last year, and it could be a combination of Hy Presley Olson and Carly Burton. Good to see you down there, getting ready for the game. They were just waving at me, Bob. They're sillies. They're silly, yeah, sir. Yeah. So Yeah, we'll see how it goes, because this would be a night to where if Grantsburg can play their style, it'd be some things to work on here. I know Bob and I were talking about, and this goes about any sport, with football, volleyball, whatever, that you want to keep the tempo up. You want to keep the tempo up. You want to play your style. You don't want to get kind of set back depending on how the game is going. So, but I would not sleep on this Luck Cardinal team. Absolutely not. Watch them in Menominee. They can definitely hang in there. Like I said, there's just a few pieces that they got to work on. As we will hear Mr. Pete Johnson down there on the mic. And we will be getting ready to start our national anthem. Just me and Bob up in the mezz here tonight. Nick has got some other arrangements. Of course, he said this last time, but I think he meant it this time, the way it sounded. So we will hear the beautiful national anthem and begin. Like I mentioned, as seems to be Hawaii 5-0 night tonight here at the Grantsburg gym, as that's good right there. I feel good on that one, Bob. Yep. Do our little technical things here. Bob's, like I mentioned, Nick is out, so Bob's kind of doing double duty here with the camera and the soundboard, electronics, the whole 9 yards. And we will begin our starting lineup here. I mentioned before, we might have to get larger print on these programs, either that or we're going to have to borrow some cheaters. And we will start with the Luck Cardinals. And you'll hear Pete there, number 4, Laurel Cracker, senior for the Cardinal squad. And I mentioned number 8, Grace Olson, setter and a good hitter, good server. And number 9, Kay Betcher, and then we got number 12, Lily Carter, and it's looking like number 22, Daisy Rome, or Ream. I think it's Ream, her brother, stud athlete there, graduated. And then number 7, Molly Cook, the libero. And here we go with the Grantsburg Pirates. Number 4, Selah Przinski. Number 7, Meg Harmon. And number 9, Piper Olson, Louisville slugger there. We went with that. We have number 13, Ruby Ringo. And number 22, Aaliyah Henderson. And number 28, Nora Bielen. And libero, number 11, Eden Berkman. So we talked about it before. Grantsburg has heavy on the seniors this year, and as the starting lineup there, that would be all seniors except for one, Eden Berkman there, the libero. As we talked about Hawaii, we got the Quimby Quartets, but Bob, they are Quimby-less. Yeah, they are Quimby-less here tonight. Yeah, Caleb is, we'll just let the camera and the viewers go with that, right? We don't want to mislead any direction with anything of one Caleb Rombach there. Boy, but right out of the gate, last week Alex was going to fight the town of Shell Lake, And then now Caleb tonight supporting the volleyball team of Grantsburg. Yeah, you see how you use those words there? But you see, Bob, you're not supposed to lead on to that. As we will get going here, as Cook will come in, you know, the famous libero switcheroo there as they do. And we're waiting for Eden Bergman to do the same as they are jacked up as Ringo comes out. Eden goes in. And Meg Harmon will start us off here on a Tuesday night, September 9th here in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. And just the quartets will do it as Meg sends one over. Cook now up to Olsen. Olsen will, not really sure what Grace was planning on it there. I think trying to bump it up to the net. As it got into the net, and Ream was not able to dig it out. So Meg Harmon will keep this going here. Over she goes as Eddard Olsen. Now coming on the near side to Kay, and she is blocked. Puts it back in her face. I believe that was Piper Olsen there. Like I said, taking me a couple rounds here to get dialed in with the names as Harmon over to Cook. Now who wants it there? Number 4, Cracker. And yeah, Luck able to come down with one there. As Laurel Craker, it might be on that one there. So hopefully we don't want to butcher that one too bad. As Grace Olsen, southpaw hitter, as she'll show it here, sends one over. Krasinski to Harmon. Now coming on the backside to Henderson, and Henderson will put one into the net. So unusual there from Henderson coming in on the near side into the net. And Olsen will send one back over. Harmon now going all the way over to Piper. She gives a two-hand shimmy. Now here comes Laurel on the near side to Kay, and she is out of bounds. So Kay Betcher went long there, and Grantsburg will get the ball back, and it will be into the hands of Henderson. And Henderson sends a good one over. Cook now up to Olsen. Olsen coming in on the near side over to Laurel. Now bumping it back up. Harmon, she wants to go on the outside to Bielen, and she will. And Bielen into the net. So sluggish start here for Grantsburg. Like I said, on their hitting here as we have a substitution as number 20, Grace Matson, will come in to serve here. Grace got in on a little JV time here tonight as well. So she's going to get in on a little varsity time as Grace sends a good one over. Krasinski now to Harmon. Harmon going in on the near side to Olsen. Olsen up to Laurel. Now we're coming back over here to Sophia, and we're going to get a call. Oh, they're calling her on a doubler. Calling Sophie Etter on the doubler there. And that was in. She was working in on the back line there. Bielen. Now to Sophie Olsen. Who does she want to go to outside to Laurel? Laurel just hits it over. Oh, and Eden's going backwards, but Meg with the left-hander. And Luck able to keep going on this side. Now Sophie's just going to give it a power hit as Eden now fires it back up to Ringo. Ringo now wants to go on the outside of Brzezinski, and Sela gives it a soft, light love tap over as Ream. And then now here we go to Brzezinski. She hits it over. Olsen's right there. Doesn't even have to move the legs. Now here comes Ream in the middle. Powers it over. Harmon's right there. Now Piper Olsen. Now here we're just playing a little to put the hands together and hit it over. Now Olsen coming in on the far side to Laurel. Bielen's right there. Now Harmon. She wants to go on the outside of Brzezinski. Brzezinski is blocked there by Ream and Laurel. Now here comes Brzezinski again. Floats one over. Etter. Now to Olsen. Now coming right back. A little give and go. And here goes Bielen. She wants Hartman. We got ourselves a good volley here. And there is the mistiming that we have talked about since 1944 with Ruby Ringo at the net. Folks, you need to understand, I'm not criticizing and trying to rip on any players we play, but this is kind of an issue we've seen in the past here, Bob. All right, good volley back and forth, though. You got to give credit to Luck and to Grantsburg as Ream will hit one over. As Kwolek snuck in on us there, and now she'll go to the Louisville Slugger, but that is a good dig by Matson. Now Laurel hitting back over. Harmon's right there. Now Olsen, who are we going to? On the outside of Brzezinski. Brzezinski, yeah, she's able to fight it through as Brzezinski throws up the two-handed gesture there like, hey, that's a two-hitter. Checked the rule book before. I'm a senior. You can't hit it twice in a row. But we're kind of seeing both seams coming to life there a little bit. Good dig there by Matson. That was a strong hit there by Piper Olsen. As Kaylee, I like to wear my glasses at night more, hits it to Matson. Going backwards with it. We got to get it over here. Olsen does. Good hit. Now here comes Patton. She snuck in on us too, as Presley Olsen did. And Presley Olsen will put one down. So we missed the substitution there when Moore and them come in. So Moore, Patton, Presley Olsen come in. Piper Olsen, Kwalik. Bielen went out. 6-4 Pirates here in the first set. As Moore using up the backcourt space, hits it over, and that is out. And we talked about it before. We haven't seen it too much here yet tonight, but right, that's just, you're given a point. You're given a point. I know everyone wants to get creative and cute with it. As Laurel comes out, number 23, Ruby Johansson comes in. Ruby sending one over. Patton, good pass up to Moore. Moore with the jump set. And Ringo with the left-handed swat. Luck able to keep it going. Sophia, now Patton, up to Ringo. Who we going to here? Brzezinski gives a run, little floater on it. And Matson not able to quite get up to it there. Sprawls out. You did hear a little skin being left on the floor there. Anytime you hear a screech on a dive, and that's a little skin being left there tonight. Ruby Ringo back to serve here for the Pirates. Good serve there. Now Olsen hunting it down. Johansson has to hit it from midcourt. Good dive and hit there by Patton. Pirates able to keep it going. Brzezinski over to Sophia. Now here comes Olsen right in the middle to number 12, Lily Carter. She snuck in on us. Now Presley with the big hit. She's able to hit the back corner. We're not getting too revved up here yet, as we will see that as far as Presley able to find the hardwood in the back corner. Looks like Johansson's anchoring back there. Might have been up a little bit too much there. 8-5 Pirates on top. Ringo will float one over. Johansson, oh, now just setting it up for Henderson. Henderson said, let's use two hands here, right? Let's not jump and spike. Let's be smart about it. Henderson seen the opening on the court and able to put it back. That's tough play for Luck to do there, but when you kind of serve up a meatball there, as Ringo fires one over, and that is out. Well, that's the second go around with that now. As Matson will come out, and number 9, Katie Betcher, will come in. So Eder hits it over. Moore hunting that baby down, and she going right back to Henderson. Henderson with the good hit, but Sophia's right there. Olsen able to. Oh, come on. Sometimes you just want to yell, let them play. Let them play. Right? You can see the scrappiness out of Luck here. You come in here, you think they're the underdog. Some might believe that's true, but Luck ain't showing it here now. Not in this first set. They're going after everything. Brzezinski, good serve there, but there's a dig there by Johansson. Give her the gold shovel of the night so far. Oh, and a little. What, Bob, what happened there? I thought we were playing the old-fashioned peekaboo play. I mean, I thought, well, I seen Presley go up. I thought that was a state championship peekaboo play that we used to do it back in the day with Bill Moore. Here's Henderson. Now Moore, now going on the near side to Presley. Presley with a good hit. So a couple of good ones there by Presley. And she will come out. Big sister Piper will come in, and Moore will come out, and Harmon will go in as well. So nice job by them. 11-7, and the ball will go into the hands of Meg Harmon. Over she goes to Cook. Now Olsen. Now going on the mid-range there by Eder, and that is going to go deep. So Meg going to hit another one here. Gets it up and over. Sophia, good pass up to, oh, and Olsen just going with the southpaw over, but the Pirates are right there. And that one's going to go long. So we're starting to see the out-of-bounds bug starting to nip both sides here right now. Doesn't matter if we're hitting or serving. Thought we had the place fumigated after Shell Lake, but apparently not. Those things are tough to get rid of, Bob. As Olsen sends another one over. Harmon, who's she going to go to? Right in the middle of the Bielen. She does not miss it that time. And Eder into the fan. Hey, Laurel, I appreciate you hustling for. We always appreciate good hustle play. Wonder what it'd be like if they were to run up the bleachers and hit it, actually. Huh? Yep. Cook Ream hits it over. Luck's going to get reset. Grantsburg got one to work with here. And there's Ringo. Ringo with the swat there that time. Okay. Kind of, a little confused on the call there as we seen the net move. But Grantsburg will keep the ball to start building a little bit of a comfortable lead here, 14-8. Anderson sending a rocket over. Cook flat-tired it, but Olsen with the diving one hand. We're seeing both sides just go with that one-hand uppercut. Sometimes, Bob, the way they hit it, I would not want to be in a dark alley. Telling you, they got good uppercuts as Henderson fires one over. Now Sophia Ream to Olsen, now going on the outside there to number 9, Katie Betcher, and now here comes Bielen. Bielen right there to Sophia. Olsen hunts it down. She's got it set up there for number, well, what do we got here? Out of bounds. We got Piper Olsen there landing awkwardly on her ankle, it looks like. Gingerly trying to get out from under the net. Yeah, and she is trying to stretch it out there as she is hobbling. That's not something that any Pirates fan want to see, or Olsen's family. Obviously, everything she's been through, fought damn hard to get where she's going to be here with Louisville in fast pitch. You know, when she had the knee, as Renee will attend to her. We'll get more of that in a minute. So, Bob, this is a point here now. Piper, hell of an athlete, going out on an injury. Sorry, Bob. Sorry. I'm sorry about that, folks. There, sorry. We could control. So, Pirates, this is where we don't want to see them slip a little bit, Bob. You know what I mean, on an injury there. So Przinski now to Harmon. Now going over to Ringo. Ringo will not mistime that one. Everything was perfect and fluent there on that. So what I was mentioning earlier is obviously we've seen this in the past, and not just Grantsburg but other teams, that when you get in the groove and you got a star player that takes an injury like that, sometimes teams struggle a little bit, as Luck will come over. Now Burton to Ruby. Ruby able to get it over number 4, Laurel Craker and Ream there. So Ruby able to fight it over that way there. And Nora Bielen will be back to serve, sitting on 18-9. And she will send it over. Oh, that was far, but Cook went after it. Now Olsen. Now Sophia has to go mid-range with it. And Eden will get a good pass up to Harmon. And oh, that's a little trick book play there. Both players going awkward hands with it, and Bielen will let that one go out. So like I said, this is not the different type of rotations you want to go with here off an injury, but Pirates able to make it work here. As Matson now over to Olsen, now going on the other side to Laurel. And Bielen hunting that out, and Harmon right there is, oh, get over, please, no. Ringo not able to power it through the net. Lands on this side, as we'll see Kowalik come in. And we will see Daisy Ream back to serve right into Harmon. Now Kowalik going right into Ringo. Oh, and a beautiful block there by number 12, Lily Carter, against Ringo. Now here comes, and Lily Carter just made herself a little bit of her own highlight video, Bob, as she not only went up against the big thunder of Ruby Ringo with a block, but then she was able to come back with her own power swat against Ringo. So that's a good matchup there at the net there, as Przinski now to Kowalik. And we're coming over here to Burt, and she just has to hit it over. We got Bunch in the corner. Now trying to block it there. Harmon's right there. Who's going to go after? Toots Burton with the one-hander. Eden's over. So Luck's going to get one to work with here. Laurel, she's got it. We're going to go mid-range. Sophia off balance there. So Grantsburg not the best play to hit it over. As we will see substitution as Presley Olsen and Moore will come in, and Patton. Destiny Misty Patton. We're not really sure on the name, Bob. Moore sends it over. Olsen now coming in to Laurel. And Laurel, yeah, the net's this way, not that way. And that is 21-11. Moore over, just squeaking past the net as Olsen now coming in too. There she is, Lily Carter. Lily Carter is the sophomore, showing what she can do in the middle. So nice job by her as Laura will come out and Johansson will come in. Johansson with a floater. Brzezinski to Moore. Now going near side to Ringel. Cook able to dig it out. Now Olsen. Now here comes Eder. She's got to hit one over. Ooh, that was back line. Good job there by Berkman. That looked in as Brzezinski. Off balance hit. The sails kept her up as Brzezinski able to find an open space there. As Henderson will come back in for the Pirates and Ruby Ringel will be back on the serving station. And in the net. Yeah. We start that up, Bob. We can call this a fishing trip. We're in the net there, so. All right, 22-13. As Soph sends one over. Now Moore to Presley. Presley into the net. Well, we're going to make her interesting here. Sophia Eder sends one over. Berkman. Moore, who does she want to go to? Right in the middle of Brzezinski. Brzezinski follows it through, but there's Cook. Now here comes Olsen. Right to Cook. Lily. Yeah, Lily Carter. Somebody give that girl a pen because I want an autograph, Bob. Early on here. Nice job there by the sophomore, Lily Carter. And Soph sends one over. Berkman, good pass right up to Moore. Presley with the little shake and bake right there. Just a little hander over. Whoa, and we're going deep with that one, number 9. Betcher went along with it. As Patton comes out and Bielen comes back in, and we'll see if Sela Brzezinski could give us the final 2 here in this first set as she sends one over. Johansson, Olsen hunting it down now, bringing it right back up to Katie. And Moore with the little now you see me, now you don't type of deal. Am I going to set it or not? And apparently not, as Moore will drop it in there. And here we go as we have set point. Brzezinski over. Now coming on near side to Betcher, and she will float one into the net. As that'll do it here in set 1, Grantsburg 25-15. We will take a quick commercial break while we.
Whether you're soaking in a warm summer evening, relaxing at home with a family, or putting in a hard day's work, no matter how you internet, Grantsburg Telecom has you covered. Grantsburg Telecom is proud to deliver the area's fastest Wi-Fi ever offered, meaning whether you work from home or manage a local business with cloud-based systems and real-time data, you can relax knowing that our secure, reliable fiber-first network will be there for you. Visit grantsburgtelecom.net/fiber to learn more today.
At Burnett Medical Center, we celebrate all walks of life. From our very first steps to our sprinting strides, from on-the-job site to afterlife retirement. At BMC, we embrace every pair of feet that walks through our doors. Our comprehensive care knows no bounds. It's for the newborns, the professionals, the adventurers, and those who've traveled many miles. We're here to support you. Your journey is unique, and so is our approach to your well-being. Step into BMC, where comprehensive healthcare meets compassion. Burnett Medical Center, providing healthcare for all walks of life.
All right, folks, we're still working in between sets here. As you know, Renee Rombach, who does an excellent job serving to all the athletes here when something comes up there. And no different up at physical. And I know for me personally, I really appreciate her, Toots, just slinking up in there after school hey, can you tape my shoulder, right? There's definitely always for athletes. And I think one thing that's been really interesting, I've brought in Carly up there, is the dry needling. That kind of is definitely something interesting there. As you see Piper Olson, who is probably going to be done for the night, as Renee has done conversing with her as we see the ice on her ankle there. Those of you that are commenting, we appreciate them. Don't be afraid to comment in there. Crossroads, taxes, and Nick, whatever. I mean, we appreciate. We like the interaction with the crowd on the We Are. We like those of you. We appreciate those of you that were here for the JV and decided to go home so you could listen in and tune into the We Are. We appreciate that, and those of you that are here watching it as well. So we're getting our rotation straightened out. Obviously, we don't want to have one of those trickery, false rotating moves there, Bob, like we saw last time. And like I said, it's quite, when you remove somebody from something, Bob, it makes a big difference. And obviously we'll talk more about that later, but I'm talking about the quartets right now. Boy, are they quiet. You remove one young man that looks like he has his own family, Bubba Quimby, out of the mix. It is quiet as Olson sends one over. Now here comes Harmon on the outside to Toots Burton, and that's out of bounds. That is what we call not timed well. So Ruby and Carly on the not so timing well, as Olson will send another good, powerful one over. Now here comes Harmon going mid-range to Brzezinski, and that's a good hit there by her as Sophia now to number 9 Betcher, and then they're going to call, now they're calling a 2-hitter. They're calling a double banger tonight. We've seen that called quite a few times here so far. As Henderson, Olson, right now here comes Ream. Ream blocked at the net there by Ringo and Burton, but Luck able to keep it going. Luck looked in a little bunch there, kind of like baby chicks in the nest, but now they're spread up. Oh! We almost had to give Ruby $1 on that one. That was a strong hit there. Cook, I'll give you that. You stood in there to try to dig it out. Seen some athletes kind of go the other way with it as Henderson fires it over. Cook with the dig, a good pass up to Olson. Now here comes Betcher, and she will hit one over. So Luck will get it back. As Matson will come in to serve. And Betcher will go out. And everyone's set. Here is the whistle. Patton now coming over here to Burton. Burton hits it over. Cook with a good dig, but we're going the wrong way with her. And there was nothing too strong about that. We just Luck going the wrong way with it as Berkman. Now we got ourselves a switch on the fly here as Eden Berkman started out as a libero. She is libero no more, as she is dressed like the rest of them, and it looks like Christofferson will be our new libero here. So like I said, Eden Berkman, freshman, talked about it before. Same with Christofferson and same with Kwolek, as they're getting a little bit of playing time here as Berkman, who has been solid serving in her years of volleyball, but Luck able to come back with it. And Toots Burton clearing the rafters there, but going high as Brzezinski hits it over. Sophia, now to Olson. Who we going? Mid-range to Matson. Matson floats one over. Now Harmon. Now here comes Toots. Ruby has to hit it over. Can we find the hardwood floor? No. Now here we come over, and Luck able to knock one down as Soph able to put that one over there. So yeah, Grantsburg looking a little confused here, kind of pointing around on what should do what here. As Brzezinski did an excellent job getting that one go over. Now here comes Olson right in the middle to Lily. Blocked, they're able to still get it. Now here comes Eder off the outside, and that is out. And you hear the fans of the Cardinals not agreeing with that, but from a bird's eye view, we could see it. Burton out, Moore Presley in. That means Kaylee Moore will be back to serve. Moore. And we have have a grand entrance at the door, Bob. Can you believe who's here? Now here comes Berkman. Over to Moore. Now here comes Brzezinski with the big hit, but Cook's cooking something tonight. Olsen wants a back corner and able to get their freshman to play sneak, come get it, yes, touch. Berkman bit on that one as Olsen, you could tell that was going OB. But Berkman with the different jersey on wanted it, needed it, and went out of bounds with it. Moore now going far side to Presley. Presley with the big hit off of Johansson. So obviously with Piper Olsen out with injury, we're seeing some girls rotating a little bit differently as Presley is over there. Good to see you, Nick. You betcha. We are back. We feel the energy in the mezz now as Ruby floats it over. Cook now to Olsen. Olsen going in the middle to Lily. Lily, yeah. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, Luck fans, if we were to shine the spotlight out there right now, yeah, we're going to have a light on Lily Carter. That's for sure there. I mean, all the Luck players are doing well here, but Lily in the middle. Sophia. Now Moore. Presley with the fire over. Johansson. Now Olsen. Who does she want? We're going right mid-range to Johansson. And Johansson plays tickle with the net and able to get that baby to land on the Pirates side. Here we go with 6-6. Knotted up in set 2. As Soph will send one over. Berkman passing up to Moore. Now coming into Brzezinski. Brzezinski just put the purr and ski on that one, as that one was a powerful hit there by the senior. And she will be back. Over. Cook. Olsen calling for it, wants it, gets it. Now here comes Betcher into the net. So Pirates, if you're just joining us, Pirates taking the first set here. But we've definitely seen some positive play on the Cardinal side as Soph has to hunt that one down. Olsen hitting it over. Now here's Brzezinski up to Moore. Moore going on the near side, or middle to Henderson. Now here comes Olsen. And Lily Carter hitting it over. Now who wants it? We're not able to dig it out. So it's definitely gone back and forth as we're going to have number 21, Hinkle, come in. Looks like Tegan Hinkle will come in to serve it here. Like I said earlier, Luck's been in some dogfight matches here, playing well, and they're showing that here tonight as Presley powers one over to Johansson. Now to Olsen. We're going right back mid-range. Johansson, and she will go long with that one. Could not get the senior Brzezinski to bite. And I think after what we saw earlier, Christofferson just stayed put. Did not want to get caught up in that. As we're getting some things taken care of, as I failed to mention earlier, Luck is coached by Isabel Jensen, who's done a fine job with the Luck squatter. Like I said, they've been in some tough matches here. Hasn't totally gone their way. But one thing I like about them is, like I've seen with Frederick in the past, they don't give up, right? We're playing good play. They're going after it. And we appreciate that out of that Luck squad. As Cook now up to Olsen. Olsen right to go in the middle to Ream, and she gives a two-handed floater. And I think that was in regardless. Sometimes the reading rainbow maneuver there, Bob and Nick, will work too, you know. But Brzezinski kind of got off balance on there, and we're kind of seeing that here a little bit. Olsen sends one. Brzezinski. Now to Harmon. Harmon going on the outside to Burton. And Burton! Come on, tip. No. Yeah. Was hoping for a tip there. That's just a father fan there. Nobody get upset there. We're just hoping for that there, as Olsen will be back as we're knotted up 9-9 here. Olsen sends a firing one over. Now Harmon going backside to Henderson. Olsen popping it up again. Now here comes Laurel, and then over to Betcher. Now Brzezinski's right there. Harmon going on the outside to Berkman. We got a touch. Huh. Well, that's good for us. I didn't see I think this tip meter's busted here as the Pirates hit it over. Now here comes Olsen. Now going on the near side to Laurel, and Laurel is into the net. Oh, now we're hearing the quartets a little bit more. Like I mentioned before, you take Bubba out of the mix. Who's taking the lead here, Bob? Right? Who's taking the lead? Henderson fires over to Cook. Olsen's got to hunt it down. Now we'll go into Betcher. Betcher with the big hit. Good job there by Betcher, powering that one through there. And we'll see Matson come in to serve it here. And Matson sends it over. Berkman and Patton going for it. Harmon, now here comes Brzezinski, mid-range, good hit. As Sof is going to hunt it down, and that will go into the team's bench there. Yeah, nice mid-range hit there from Sailor Brzezinski. As Berkman will be back to serve it here for the Pirates. Sends it over. Cook. Now to Olsen. Now going on backside to Laurel. As Burton will set up Ringo on a little tapper there. I mean, sometimes you wonder who's setting the ball, right? So Too Tall Jones, Burton there with the set. Ruby just hits it over. And now here comes Berkman sending another one. A little bit of confusion between Cook and Matson, but now Sof with a two-hander. Now here comes Harmon. There's a set there, and there's a push. That had so much illegal written all over it, but it went out of bounds. As we will see Lily Carter come in for number 21, Tegan Hinkle. As Ream will fire one over Patton. Burton now going over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski with the hit. Oh, that is out. We had a confusion on the call. Confusion on the call. That looked clean. What did she called it in? Did we move the white line? Okay. Changing the court size on us here, gentlemen. Nonetheless, it is out, and Ream has the ball and will send it over to Berkman. Berkman going to the scorer's table. The young man with the phone filming, starting his own little We Are project down there. He almost got run over. There's a timeout called, and we will head to commercial to establish what's going on. All right, folks, coming out of commercial break, Pirates calling the timeout. Like I said, the dynamics just a little bit different here tonight. You know, we're not really sure. I mean, we've seen Toots Burton kind of going a little bit with some setting there. And we've kind of seen the balls going the way they should be. You know, we mentioned right before the break there, that young man down in between the Pirates and the table there. Starting up his own little We Are, almost got run over as Ream fires it back over. Now here's Burton going to Ringo, and Ringo, I'm not even really sure what you would call that. It was just kind of a Statue of Liberty type of play as she hits it over, as we have our substitution. As Kaylee Moore, senior as well, full of spunk and energy, will be back to serve, and she will hit a floater to Matson. Now Olsen will go in the middle to Lily Carter. And Lily Carter is definitely letting the Grantsburg team know that she is owning the middle here. Young sophomore having a good night here for the Cardinals. As Joe Hansen will be back to serve, 14 apiece, and Brzezinski in front of Patton. Now Moore Everybody, we're either running for the ball or we're not running for the ball, okay? And on page 44 of the volleyball handbook, everyone should be running for the ball, right? Page 2, yeah. Well, it gives the fans a few times to flip through some pictures as Ringel will put one down. Yeah, one thing that will work is if you set Miss Ringel correctly, shiver me timber there on the hardwood floor as Patton will come out. Hi, Kaylee Moore. Good to see you. As Ringel will be back to serve. And over she goes as Johansson to Olsen. Now coming right up to Solf, and Solf will go into the net. Didn't know if she was going to go with the two-hander push. I mean, obviously we're calling them doubles a lot tonight. But Solf goes into the net. And Ringel will get another chance to hit it over. And she plays net tickler, but luck's right there as Lily Carter. Ooh, I got too much spotlight on there. No Lily Carter. The hair is either in a pony or it's not. Okay, right now you should just see that style, Nick. As Ringel goes over, Cook now up to Olsen. Olsen now going near side to Solf. Solf with the two-hander floater. Yeah, see? And that's why I think Solf went with the one-hander last time, because we've gotten a few calls on the double. I don't know. Sometimes it's tough to play. They either call it or they don't. Tonight they're calling it as Johansson. Matson. Cooking. She get it over. Yes. Fry up the pan because we're cooking here. As Brzezinski fires it over to Matson. Now here comes Olsen. Olsen going right in the middle to Cook, and Cook hits it over. But now Moore's got something to work with here to Presley. And Presley, I mean, let's just talk about Presley Olsen's approach here. I mean, and not ripping on it. It's just that little short stutter. And it's not even like she's getting her hand behind her head. It's all right out in front of her. Just that quick smack. Boy, I tell you, with that quick smack reminded me of my earlier years at home. But here we go. Ringel over. Oh, that's in! Yes. Yes. Chadwick, we all agree on that. Yeah, Presley, I like that little, because you really can't, you don't think it's going to come off her hand that strong. As Ringel over Cook. Miss it there. Good serve there by Ringel as Grantsburg's built himself a little 6-point leader, 21-15. I didn't really hear what you said. We're going with it. So Cook now over to Olsen. Now here comes Solf, and Solf with the one-hander. That's a good hit there by her. But Berkman doing cleanup in the back row as Brzezinski is blocked there by Cook. Or I'm sorry, Lily Carter. And Solf. Oh, and they're calling in the net.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
I said that was 6 in a row, and he went, I told him. He can't hear me.
I heard 6, and I was like, I mean, I don't know how to take that. I was like, I went with the bunt of,
Yeah. No, it's like you were talking to Megan or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, listen, like when you got a TV show on, okay, folks, let's just take a step out of volleyball here for a second. This is just, Jeremy Bird's personal thing.
Words of wisdom from Jeremy
But when
Bird.
you are in a TV show, why do you not talk to me during commercials?
Yeah.
But then when the show's on, you want to talk to me about stuff that you texted me during the day. Okay?
I always say this is a talking show. When she wants to start talking, what is that about? And not during the commercial.
When I pause it and look at you, it means, okay, I'm listening.
When I point at you, you talk.
Yeah, when I turn the light on, right? It's kind of like the DMV. Take a number. We'll work through this. And it's a good show, too. It's always during ESPN. As Ringel will hit it over to Cook. Now to Olsen. And here comes Carter. Oh, and then right there, Berkman diving on the floor with Brzezinski. Yeah, Brzezinski didn't quite get that baby loaded up there. She kind of half hit it. Didn't follow all the way through. As Matson comes out, Betcher comes in, and Sophia will hit it over. Brzezinski now up to Moore. Moore now coming in over to Olsen. Good hit there by her. We talked about that. And here comes Olsen on the luck side to Betcher. And that is a foul through a swing from Betcher. We've seen her do a couple of them tonight as Luck is jacked up. right? And that's what you love to see there, right? It's these teams that we watch, Frederick, Luck, they don't care about the score. They're caring about each other, playing the game the way it should be. As Soph hits it in, and you could see she's upset, and yeah, I understand. I understand there. Soph, the senior, and what do we got here, Deb? No, nothing happened there. She didn't get his Johansson. Now to Olsen. Now coming mid-range to Carter. Carter going to Krasinski. Moore. Who does she want now? Presley. Oh. Presley! Let's play the roll game as we walk the tightrope with the ball there, and it just happens to land on the right side. And I believe Coach Johansson, or I'm sorry, Coach Jensen. I thought she was wanting to call in a timeout. As Olsen, as this is set point, Betcher over. Berkman, now to Moore, now to Presley. Presley to Etter. Now Olsen coming, hunting it down, now going to Carter. Carter floating it, and there's the new libero of the evening. Oh, Moore just said, let me find what's in this bag of tricks of mine and go back row on you. She didn't get called a two-hitter as she went for the two-hit back. And we'll go to commercial.
Everyone knows me as Maddie, but here, I'm Master Sergeant Hefner.
You can't stop this. Ha. So let's go.
This is my life in the Air National Guard.
You can't stop this. Never. Let's go.
At Burnett Medical Center, we understand that urology concerns can feel overwhelming. That's why we offer advanced surgical care with a personal touch, right here in your community. From kidney stones to prostate health, we're here to provide clear answers, expert treatment, and compassionate care every step of the way. Together, we'll help you move forward with comfort and confidence.
Whether you're soaking in a warm summer evening, relaxing at home with a family, or putting in a hard day's work, no matter how you internet, Grantsburg Telecom has you covered. Grantsburg Telecom is proud to deliver the area's fastest Wi-Fi ever offered, meaning whether you work from home or manage a local business with cloud-based systems and real-time data, you can relax knowing that our secure, reliable fiber-first network will be there for you. Visit grantsburgtelecom.net/fiber to learn more today.
All right, folks, coming out of commercial break there. Luck, they are on the court, ready for set 3. Grantsburg with a 2-0 lead here. But a lot of good things from Luck here tonight. We've seen some excellent play. You know, hustling after everything. I mean, they've gotten called on a few two-handers. On double hits there, we're into the net. I'll mention it again, but how does Bubba Quimby not come on Hawaii 509? I don't know. That's all right. We still got good supporting cast there, but it's quiet. It's quiet. Nothing like how it was against Shell Lake, but that's all right. Because, like I said, if there's any time to be loud, it would have to be Thursday in Webster. If you're looking for something to get excited about, because that should be a good matchup. As we wait for the whistle here, you know, the football team, we haven't talked about them yet. We like to cover all sports here. We haven't, they'll be traveling to Cadott on Friday, coming off an electrifying comeback here last Friday night. Still not sure with Caleb Rombach over there. We're, Yeah, maybe we'll ask Renee what the deal is with that there. Caleb being very supportive here tonight for these volleyball players as Harmon hits it over. So Olsen with the uppercut punch. Don't meet her in the back alley there. That was a good swing. Went OB on her there. And Harmon sending it back over. Now Olsen going mid-range to Ream, and Ream two-hands it over. Przinski fires it back. There's Harmon, and there's Bryn hitting it over. What do they call him here now? Oh, man. We are two-hit whistle happy here tonight in Grantsburg versus Luck. Right? All right. Now keep hitting, keep swinging as Olsen will fire a left-hander rocket over. Now Harmon going on the outside to Burton, and Burton with the big swat. Want some, get some. She will get fed supper tonight after that hit. As Henderson will, I can say that. This is my daughter. As Henderson is back to hit, she will fire one over, and that is barely OB. As Patton will come in for Henderson. And Matson will come in to serve, as we've seen her done a few times here tonight. And she sends one over. Patton now to Harmon. Harmon going near side to Burton. Burton right up in Olsen's grill. And we can kind of go with that. These are ex-club teammates from a couple years ago. As Grace goes. Well, she kind of had it there, but nonetheless, Grantsburg will hit it over to Solf. Now to Olsen. Now coming over to Laurel. Burton has to hunt it down, gets it up to the net to Ringo. And Ringo with the soft touch over. And who's going to hit it? We kind of got caught up in the net there. Yeah, kind of lift over. Nora Bielen. Fires a good one over. Cook right there to Olsen. Olsen's going to go backside to Laurel. And Harmon. Burton has to just get it over on a two-hander shimmy. As I don't think Luck was really expecting that. I thought for sure Carly was going to get all tangled up in the net there. They're going to have to take a timeout. As Bielen fires that one over. Olsen has to go back with it. Can we get it right? Yes, we can. Laurel hits it over. Now Patton, good pass up there. And Ringo wants it higher. As Ream will hit it over, and that'll go OB. As Cook will come back in. Like I said, Pirates got a 2-0 lead here. We're in the third here right now, and they got a 6-3 lead here as Avery Kwolek will be back to serve for the first time tonight as she sends a good one over to Cook. Olsen hunting it down, firing it back as Laurel tickles it over the net, but good diving maneuver there by Kwolek. I think Kwolek thought she was getting rotated out, but like I said, Deb's going to keep her in there. And Johansson will be back to serve it. Sends it over. Patton heading over to the Hawaii 5-0. She wants to go on vacation. Now it's not the time. Johansson gets another one here. 6-5, Pirates on top. Sends a good one over. Patton now up to the net to Kwolek. Now, as Patton trying to calm herself down here, and now we're 6-6 as Johansson will keep the ball in on her side. Patton. Well, we'll see how the Pirates can recover here, as that is 3 quick ones there for Luck as Johansson, and Przinski goes in the back there to bail out as Ringo will put that one into the net. So like I said, Piper Olsen rolled her ankle earlier in set 1. It's Przinski, now to Kwolek. Kwolek going on the outside to Presley. Presley with a good swap, a good dig there by Matson, and Olsen with a two-hander over. Good job there by Bielen as Przinski. Now Olsen, Luck coming right back. A little give and go there with Eder and Olsen. Kwolek popping it up as Patton hits it over. Matson now to Olsen. Olsen going right in the middle to Carter. Carter missed that one altogether. Definitely mistimed it there. I don't know if the floor had a slickery spot on it there. Somebody get Gavin Meyer on the phone here. Groundskeeper Meyer here, but we'll get her with the towel as Carter getting taken care of there. Hopefully nothing happened there, which is a good thing with the floor being wet and slippery. As Ringel will be back as Luck's on top 8-7. Johansson now to Cook. Now we got to get it over. Here comes Soph with the one-hander. Good job there by her. Now Kwolek hunting it down. Now mid-range is Ringel to Matson. Olsen, here comes Soph again, and she's into the net. So tied up 8 apiece here. Here comes Ringo again. Johansson. Olsen, we're going to go mid-range as Johansson does not have enough underneath it to get over the net, and Ringo will keep it going here. And Ringo into the net there. As Christofferson will come in for her. As Eder will be back to serve it here for the Cardinals. Sends it over. Bielen, now Kwolek hunting it down. Here comes Presley. Fires one over. Now Olsen, who she want to go to? Right in the middle to Carter. And Carter able to find the hardwood floor. Rattled off a couple Grantsburg players there, but able to land where it needs to get a point. And Eder. Over she goes to Christofferson. Przinski, we're going to bump it up to Henderson. Henderson hits it over. Luck's going to get one to work with here. Now here comes Olsen right back in the middle of Carter. And Luck was really bunched there that time. Little baby Cardinals in the nest there as they were all huddled around Carter. Grantsburg had all sorts of room. Hardwood floor, able to get that one over as Carter, who has been effective there in the middle, had that one blocked as Przinski hits it to Cook. Now here comes Olsen, right over to, whoa, that one is out there off of Betcher. I thought for sure maybe she'd get that back line, and that Luck bench would have erupted. But Grantsburg on top, 11-10. In set 3 as Przinski fires it over to Eder. Now Olsen coming right back to Carter. Carter going along with it, watch out, Mrs. Chadwick. So Przinski will keep this going here. It's 12-10. As we go here, as Betcher will hit it. Yeah, so the out of bounds bug has definitely affected the last few runs here from Luck as if they have gone deep. And we'll see what Sela, keep it in play is Johansson. Not Olsen, we got to hit over here. So does the net tickling game. We don't care how we get them as long as we get them. And we'll see what Luck can do here. I mean, the set 3 has just been kind of, they're really not much. I mean, we're playing. It's just, we'll see what both sides can do out of the back half of it here. Kwolek now coming over to Przinski, and that's a good hit there by her. And Ream is going to get called into the net, but I will say that for Sela Przinski, her mid-range hits have definitely been impressive as Kwolek will come out and Presley Olsen will come out as well, and Harmon will go back to serve. So I mean, Przinski is a strong hitter up at the net, but these mid-ranges have been excellent here tonight as Olsen now going in the middle of the Ream, and Ream to Przinski. Now Harmon going on the outside to Biel, and she has to tip it over, and they're going to call Luck into the net. Yeah, so Harmon will keep it going. 15-11. Here in set 3 as they send another one over. It's Soph to Olsen. Now coming back over to Ream, and Ream is going to go along with it. And now we need the towel on the Pirates side. Yeah, both sides really perspiring here tonight on this cold, misty, rainy night. As we will see Berkman come back in as Meg Harmon does an excellent job for the cleanup crew. Now we'll take a little swig of Diet Pepsi while we're waiting for the whistle. Not sponsored by any Pepsi products as Meg Harmon goes and hits it over. Now Ream up to Olsen. Olsen gets up and gets all that with the left hand as Henderson. Yeah, Henderson plays a floaty float game right over the front line of Luck there.
Hey, Burnix is a sponsor, Pepsi distributor.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsor.
Thank you, Burnix. Thank you, Burnix, for the sponsor. All right. Olsen back to serve, and she will send it over. Oh. Yeah, and that's where yeah, I think Burton should have went for that the way it's looking at it there as Olsen fires another one over. Henderson pops it up. Berkman calls it. Burton has to hit it over. She does. Now Cook. We're in the back row. Eder wants it. Who's going to hit it over? Betcher does. Henderson's right there. Now here comes Harmon. A little give and go. That one might have been out on Henderson, but Eder able to save her out there in the back row. And 18-13 here at Grantsburg. Sitting on top as we have number 13, Addison Bletchinger in. And we miss it there, so. (19-13) Coach Jensen switching it up here a little bit. As Henderson fires a rocket over. There's Cook. Olsen hunting it down. Now coming over here to Laura. Laura will go cross court. Oh, just out have gave it to Luck there. I mean, that's a good play there. Across the court there. Get a little bit energy here as Henderson back to serve. Sends it over. Cook. Now Olsen. Who does she want to go to here? She wants to go to Betchinger on the outside. Now Harmon going on the far side to Bielen. Bielen with the hit. And Bielen will find the spot where it needs to land for a point. Timeout is called here by Luck. No. We're just going to keep this going. Absolutely. Well, like I said, it's Grantsburg's doing well. Just this set 3, I'm just not really feeling it.
Just kind of in the doldrums. It's kind of just no wind in the sails for anybody, and
yeah, I mean,
it's kind of making our way towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it's not ripping on either side. It's just, and as Caleb Brombach,
Caleb's taking the mantle.
He is taking over for the Quimby as he's doing the shimmy shaker with his support team.
You want to show the people what we're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we.
I don't know what you were doing. You were trying to listen to him. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, Nick was caught up in the whole thing there.
He was caught up in Caleb's bikini.
Yeah, Caleb's support.
Why doesn't he just go for the whole thing and take that T-shirt off and just send it?
Yeah, well, he's far enough away from.
How come he's winded after doing that? I'll turn myself off there.
And there it is. Well, it's kind of like that first game where he had that pick where he returned it for a touchdown. I swear at the 10-yard line, I heard him trying to make his way there. And I ain't ripping on Caleb. He's a heck of a good athlete, but you could definitely hear it. It was like the little giant scene with the linemen. As Luck able to hit it over there with Laurel. Now here comes Ruby with a little pusher. And now Olsen going backside back to Laurel, who got this going as Harmon. Now up to Burton. Burton with the one-hander over. Olsen right there up the knees. Oh! Yes! We usually call that a meatloaf or a meatball, but we'll call it venison pot roast tonight because that's what's at home. in the crock pot, waiting for me. All right, as it's 23-13, as Henderson will send that over to Cook. Now to Olsen. Olsen, who does she want to go to? She's going to go to the young Addison Bletchinger, and she goes OB with it. And we're on game point here. And there is the call as 22. Daisy Ream is in. You hear the quartets chanting for the last point of the game. Can Henderson get it? Olsen is going to go on the outside to Laurel. Laurel over to Berkman. And Ringo able to hit it on the way down, and that'll do it here on a Tuesday night in Grantsburg. Whereas Grantsburg is victorious 3-0 over Luck, so they will take the victory. And then they will find themselves traveling up to the Tigers' lair of Webster on Thursday. So that should be an exciting matchup here. Playing Webster early out of the gate here in conference. See how it matches up. Those of you that have tuned in, we always appreciate it. Those of you that have sat here and watched it live, we appreciate it. Bob and Nick, as always, thank you for a wonderful time. Everyone drive home safe. Thanks for watching.